Okay, next video up. Is Jay-Z the most influential person in sports? So we are glorifying a criminal. I really have no idea what the hell has happened to our world that criminals get glorified. People running around with fucking Fidel Castro shirts, Che Guevara shirts and hats and what the fucking hell? I do not know what the hell is going on with our world right now that you are glorifying people, calling them heroes and activists and things when they are nothing but criminals.
When you look at it across the board, there's no question that Jay-Z may be the most influential figure today. Visibility, viability, insight, contribution, and culture. When you put all that stuff together, he's a remarkable
figure. You bring culture, the fuck? Making your money from your initial money, that is, from illegal activities, selling drugs, pimping hoes, and all this other bullshit, and then fucking rapping about that very criminal organization or criminal activities that you did and making money off of that makes you influential, makes you an entrepreneur. What the fuck is happening with our world? Jay-Z is another piece of shit. I cannot believe that this is what we consider to be heroes these days, is a bunch of fucking criminals. Goes to show how the left, Democrats, and everything need to be wiped the fuck out. Our world, this is not a Christian point of view. This is an intelligent point of view. This is a moral point of view. We have idiots declaring people like fucking Jay-Z to be role models.
Into account insight, that's the one thing that I wanted to point to, because I don't think people realize that, particularly when it comes to sports. Jay-Z is an incredibly knowledgeable sports mind. This brother can show up on First Take. He doesn't want to. Right. But he can show up on First Take and debate all day, every day on whatever topic we broach, because he follows all of this stuff. I also tend to believe that the reason why guys follow him or are willing to be a mentee per se is because when they look at Jay-Z, he's a guy that walked the walk and talked the talk, comes from the same environment, obviously made it, and really
he made it from his criminal activities and then rapping about his criminal activities. That's not making it. That's just a bunch of fucking idiots that bought your stupid ass music. That's all it is. Actually, I shouldn't even use the word music because I don't consider rap to be music. I don't at all. It's not music. But then rapping about your criminal activities doesn't make you some kind of a goddamn martyr.
He talks to them about the minefield. Speak to that in terms of the kind of things that he has talked to people about, told athletes about, in terms of minefields that are standing in their path and how to avoid it.
That's a brilliant point because he's been there, right? When you listen to those lyrics where he talks about the haters or he speaks about people who are in opposition, he has made a study astutely of those who oppose you. And the best writers, the best thinkers, and I tell my
all you fuckers are putting out there is commit crime, try to end up rapping about it, and you'll make it big. That's it. Or learn how to handle a ball well, or run well, and you'll make it. Makes no damn sense how fucking athletes, people who are dumber than fucking dirt, but we ball good. We run ball good. I run now, coach. people dumber than fucking dirt making millions of damn dollars and becoming some kind of a fucking role model just because your parents conceived you, gave birth to you, and you have some athletic ability. That's who our heroes are. Not people who cured anything, saved anything, created something, invented something. No, I run ball good. Those are our heroes. I can't say our, because certainly ain't my fucking heroes.
Students, this always anticipate what the objection to your particular position might be, and therefore to lay out a potential strategy that will be able to be deployed against it. So when he's giving advice, he's talking to them about wisdom. Look how he talked to Chris Paul, right? As you weigh your options here, consider X, Y, and Z. Look at the whole field. He's bringing them a kind of universal perspective. He's bringing them a broad field.
And I know somebody would turn around and say, yeah, he came from that, but that doesn't define who he is today. Yeah, it does. Your core being still defines who the fuck you are. I don't give a shit that he has money. What the fuck does his money mean anything to me? Money doesn't make you a better person. Hello, you fucking leftists say that all day about Donald Trump. So your money doesn't mean shit to me. I don't give a fuck if you have all the money in the world. It doesn't make you a better person than me. Fuck you, Jay-Z, and fuck you all you 1%ers that think you're better just because you have money. Who gives a damn about your money? You made that money off the blood, sweat, and tears of raping your own people, of drugging your own people. That's how you made your fucking money. So in my eyes, you will always be a piece of shit.
Perspective that allows them to talk about what the consequence will be to your particular environment, what it will be to your family, what it will mean to your career, how you will understand yourself in regard to how you want to carry forth your own brand. And at the end of the day, to maintain the bread and butter. What is LeBron doing after 17 years? It's the game. Yeah, they say he's distracted, he's in LA and so on, but he proved them right? Washed king, that this year, I'm showing you that the focus on my career, on my game, will exclude any other conversation that is extraneous to basketball on that court.
Core
I think Jay brings core business and laser-like focus.
Professor, I think about put me anywhere on God's green earth and triple my worth. That's an understatement. Infinity is practically his worth.
Right.
But he's much more than a salesman. Right. Is there any, not danger, but...
You notice the key words he just used? So apparently your money means you're worth something. Only a fucking leftist would say something so ignorant, so stupid, so brainless. Because what about all the people who are born into money? The Hiltons, Kardashians. So just because wow, so your money means you're worth more than your average person. See, this is why you fucking leftists and you Democrats and everything are fucking retarded. Because you're glorifying these people. You say you don't like the 1%, but look who your fucking leaders are. Look who are your role models. People who have money, but they came from nothing. Or they do everything they can to pretend they're still ghetto, that they're still down. That's all they do. And you dumbasses fall for the shit every fucking day. Every damn day. It makes no sense. So your money means you're worth something. He made his initial money off of drugging people, exploitation, being a piece of shit fucking thug and criminal. He made his initial money, and then he rapped and became even more famous and rich. Off of making music, off of that criminal life. And now he's some kind of a role model. No, he's still a piece of shit, and he would always be a piece of shit. It's kind of like Scarface with Joe Montana, how his mom is like, fuck you, mama, but mama, I got money. Yeah, you made that money this way. Get the fuck out of my house. See, I'm one of those people. Just because you made all this money, You still made it off of this crap. You are still nothing to me. And I do not, and I cannot stand wannabe wigger, dumbass fucking Max Kellerman, all of these assholes, all of these dumbasses glorifying a fucking criminal.
But Jay-Z as a role model, he's unique. It's more like I've heard Woody Allen of all people talk about Sugar Ray Robinson.
Jay-Z is a role model. He's a role, so his role model, his mantra is to basically commit crime, learn how to rap about it, hopefully sell your music and become rich. There's your fucking role model right there.
Not like there's a blueprint we can follow. No, right. He has special gifts.
Right.
Jay, you know, when Puff,
he doesn't have special gifts. He rapped about the criminal shit he did, and dumbass, not mostly black people. Think about this. The majority of the money he made was from ignorant white people who bought most of his music, trying to be like they're down. When did being an ignorant ghetto piece of shit become the role models of our youth? When did being ghetto become the it thing? When did being ignorant, being dumb in school, if y'all can tell, I'm fucking pissed, because it's dumbasses like that. That's the reason why they're trying to say math is racist. It's these people that are doing that shit. Rap is good, doing drugs is good, hoeing is good, pimping is good, but math is racist? This is the fucking world we live in now. Oh my God. It was dumbass white people, these stupid fucking rich kids that are too busy trying to be ghetto, that made Jay-Z what he is, because they're the ones who bought the majority of his fucking shit. Because you got to realize, hey, blacks are so poor, right? So obviously they didn't buy his music. That means they downloaded it illegally and all the other shit, because blacks, hey, being a criminal, breaking the law, that's exotic. So he made his money off of white people supporting him. So he's not a role model. It was dumb white youth that bought his fucking music, because we all know that most black people didn't buy it. We fucking know that shit. So the money he made, because you ain't making money off of illegal downloads. So the money he made was from stupid white youth that were too busy trying to be down, trying to be hard. I used to criticize a lot of my white friends growing up for trying to do that shit. It's like, motherfuckers, I am black. And this is not a life. Acting like you're fucking ghetto, acting stupid on purpose. That is not a life. There were it was not going to give her last name, but a girl named Lisa that we were growing up with. Lisa B. I won't say her full last name. Preppy ass white girl, and then all of a sudden started dating black guys, and all of a sudden she's ghetto, even though she lived in a very well white upper middle class neighborhood, big ass house and everything else, white girl, white completely. But all of a sudden, because she's dating black guys, somehow through osmosis, somehow or another, she's ghetto. I watched this as a youth going, what the hell is going on? Why are people trying to be ghetto? I thought everybody was trying to get out of the ghetto. Hello, I grew up watching fucking Good Times and Jeffersons and shit, where you're supposed to be doing your best to get out of the ghetto, to rise above. All of a sudden, somewhere in the 80s, it became the it thing to go down into the ghetto, de-evolving yourself. Oh my God, what the fuck? 6ix9ine and all of these other idiots that these are role models for the youth. People that are dumber than dirt, but they can rap or run a ball good or bounce a ball good or kick a ball. These are your role models.
Came out with Biggie, it was like, well, this incredibly talented entrepreneur
Right.
with this maybe greatest rap.
It's not, you are not an entrepreneur selling music, glorifying fucking criminal activity. There is no way. This is right there is why I consider all of these rap artists just fucking pieces of shit. They know damn well they made their money off of criminal activity, and they're going to sit up there like they're a fucking entrepreneur, like they created the next car or the next cure of a disease or created Walmart or created some kind of a service, created some kind of a merchandise. No, they literally are criminals rapping about their criminal activity, and now they're entrepreneurs. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Forever.
Right.
Jay-Z is the greatest rapper ever when you take the body of work. It's
Right.
really, there's no
Who gives a
debate
fuck?
to be had about that looking at his.
Who gives a fuck? He's a rapper. So what? And I can see, so I remember I grew up around famous people. So if you met him or whatever, I grew up around famous people. I have relatives who are multi-millionaires. Didn't think they were better than anybody either. So why the fuck would I think piece of shit, dumbass Jay-Z is somebody better? No one is better than you. No one. Especially a fucking criminal who just happened to make it rich. Anyone out there who would think that I would say anything fucking different, if you ever met him, you'd say something different, then you obviously don't know me. Any of the rich people or famous people I grew up around, I always treated them the same as anybody else. You were no special than anyone else. I own a karaoke DJ company. It was the #1 here in El Paso until I retired. Well, I also had medical things that kind of put my life on hold, but I had people who would come to my shows. We're talking artists, musicians, and would come there and they'd sing a song. Great. This was at my show at Sunland Park Casino. You know, the #1 show in the area of this area. And I'd let them sing because they go in order just like anybody else. And then I would have either them or one of their entourage come up and be like, well, hey, you know, are they coming up again? Yeah, they are coming up again. They're in the order like anybody else. Well, you know who that is? Yeah, I know who that is. Well, aren't you going to put them up sooner because of, I don't give a shit how much money or how famous they are. They're in the order just like everyone else. They don't get special fucking treatment because they're famous or they're rich. It's that attitude which makes me hate rich people, because you think that you're better than everyone else. Fuck these people that glorify Jay-Z and any of these other rich. I would never, ever be acting like I'm better than anyone else just because I have a whole bunch of money. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg, any of these other people that act like they are some mastermind, Lex Luthor or something. This is so stupid. Why are we I thought we couldn't stand the 1%ers. You know, these 1% rich. I thought we couldn't stand these people. So why are we glorifying these people? Not we, but you all. Why are you sheep glorifying these rich 1% rich fuck them? They are no better than you. They don't define you. Well, he's doing work now. I don't care what he's doing now. I have not seen him. I have literally seen him glorify the fact that he's rich and famous now. Well, hey, I had to do what I had to do, you know. So you're not apologizing for being a pimp. You're not apologizing for being a fucking criminal. You're basically saying that was all that's all I could do to survive. Here's my point. Survive against who? Were there white people in your ghetto coming down there and shooting up your neighborhood, selling the drugs, killing your own kind? No, that wasn't white people. That was fellow black people doing that. So curious how Jay-Z and others like him want to attack white people who are the ones who bought his fucking music, making him rich and famous. But he wants to attack the very white people that made him rich and famous while glorifying the criminal activity of the people that lived in his neighborhood. You were a criminal surviving on the street due to the people, your own people, being criminals in your neighborhood. There was nobody else there. It was only black people in those neighborhoods shooting, killing each other, attacking each other for a street corner to sell more drugs. It wasn't white people. It was black people. Black people live in those neighborhoods mostly, right? Black on black crime. But yet somehow or another, he's some kind of a role model. You want to show me that you're a role model, Jay-Z? Instead of dealing with other rich, famous, being an agent and shit, dealing with other rich, famous fucking superstars and shit, you want to be something? You want to give back? Why don't you go to the neighborhood that you grew up in and spend your millions of dollars upgrading the schools in your neighborhood? How about that? How about you go to the gangs that you used to run with? How about you go to the gangs and tell them to stop killing each other? How about that? How about you go to all over the country instead of fucking dealing with piece of shit Colin Kaepernick and shit? How about you go to the Crips, the Bloods? How about you go to Chicago, Detroit, any of these other black neighborhoods and make them stop killing each other? These people are killing each other, what, every day by the hundreds? Where's your entrepreneurship? Where's your morality? Where's your, he's an influential person? Where's all that for your neighborhood? Where's all that for the black community? No, you're only working with other rich people, ballers and shit. That's how you're giving back? Helping other fucking millionaires? That's how you're giving back? Then no, you're still a piece of shit. You ain't doing a damn thing.
Entire career. Right. Even if he's Hank Aaron, if he never hit 70 home runs, boy, he hit 48 home runs every year for 30 years now, whatever it is. But also the greatest entrepreneur in the history of hip hop, at the very least, and he's crossed over.
He's Diddy and Biggie
combined. So it's like, to be the next Jay-Z, there's not going to be a next Jay-Z.
Not a role model, but it is.
Yeah, just like there was supposed to be no next Muhammad Ali. And y'all people turned around and, put Floyd Mayweather up there. There was supposed to be no next King of Pop, but then y'all tried to throw fucking Justin Bieber up there. I love how y'all say there's going to be no up. Oh my God. You do realize the motherfucker's not immortal, and people, we still have population. So to say there's not going to be another one. I thought there was going to be no other Diddy. I could have sworn I distinctively remember that back in the day. There was going to be no other like P. Diddy. There was going to be no other like Rev Run. There was going to be no other like that. Y'all, this is what gets me about these dumbasses. They seem to be stuck only in their fucking dumbass mindset. There's going to be no other like Michael Jordan. And then you people want to try to throw out Kobe. Then you're trying to throw out LeBron. You people are never satisfied. Ever. Y'all make it sound like the world's going to end tomorrow and nobody's going to replace fucking Jay-Z. Obviously, that is not true. Because, we're not dead yet. The world hasn't ended yet. So what do you mean there's going to be no other like fucking Jay-Z? Shut the fuck up.
Inspiration, right? When people look at people, we talk sports. Yeah. Look at you three, right? Let's be real. Extremely ingenious at what you do. People, it's so easy. You make it to look so easy that people think I can come over there and talk to Max or to Molly and to Stephen A. No, you guys have perfected this so much that the joists don't show. that the bins don't show, that the stitching in the clothing is so unique that people think now it's accessible. Jay-Z has done the same thing with hip hop, but it can't be duplicated, but you can be an inspiration because he can inspire you to do with yours what he's done with his.
Honing the craft, being authentic, the work ethic, the consistency over generations. Anybody can translate that with their own talent.
Yes, absolutely. But let me switch gears.
Right.
Because based on what you just said, obviously when he decided to partner with the National Football League,
right,
there were not folks articulating that kind of thinking about him.
Right.
There wasn't that level of appreciation that was being disseminated.
That's right.
What was your...
Because those intelligent people looked at the fact that this motherfucker is a fucking criminal who just happened to make a lot of money, and all of a sudden they're supposed to give him respect. It's not like he created Apple. It's not, he made his money off of being a fucking criminal. Why, if I made my money legitimately, would I sit down and consider this piece of shit my equal? Dude, you made your money based off of rap, based off of your criminal activities. And you think you're going to be like me? No, ain't no way in hell I would ever respect that piece of shit.
Your thought process, because again, I don't know whether you had finished this book at that time or you were in the throes of reaching its ending.
Yes.
But my point to you is, as you saw that unfolding,
right,
knowing what you know by virtue of writing this book alone, and you and I both have been in the presence of Jay-Z.
Yes.
One of the times we were together when we were with him.
That's
so
right.
I know you know the brother.
Right.
My question to you is, what was going through your mind at that particular moment in time with the things that were being said, and how do you juxtapose that to what you know of him?
Yeah, that's a great point. And it's an especially sensitive point about the writing of the book. I had to rewrite it at the end. I was writing fast because when this happened, I was like, oh, no. And I said, I've got to get it in. I told my publishers, I have got to include this because that's where people are going to start. So that's an excellent point. When you look at the long slope of his career, when you look at the trajectory, when you look at the amazing gifts that he has manifested, all of you have brilliantly spoken about, why would you ever dismiss Jay-Z, number one? Why would you ever bet it?
Why would I dismiss him? Because he's a piece of shit criminal. That's why I would fucking dismiss him. I am not going to glorify someone who was a criminal and just happened to make a bunch of money, and I'm supposed to all of a sudden fucking offer him the sainthood and shit. Only you stupid fucking leftist would do that dumb shit. Only you stupid fucking ghetto people would do that shit.
Against him, right? Tom Brady, number two. And number three, has he not built up enough capital? Not that you can't be critical, not that you can't say I'm suspicious and skeptical, but that conjunction is critical because of your track record, because of what you've done. At least let me.
You see how they keep throwing out his money, his money, his money, his money. Like his money made him somebody better than the piece of shit criminal he actually is. He is still a fucking criminal. That makes no damn sense whatsoever. He is still a fucking criminal. Saddam Hussein was rich as fuck with his golden toilet palaces and everything. He was rich as fucking hell. We supposed to glorify him because of his money? Muammar Gaddafi, another criminal, war criminal. We supposed to glorify Hitler? Hitler was rich. Hitler was powerful. Hitler had a fucking army, his whole country behind him. We supposed to glorify him because, hey, he was rich and powerful? So y'all expect me to give respect to a goddamn criminal just because he's rich? He's still a fucking criminal. It doesn't matter. He is just as much of a criminal as any of the damn cartels, as any of the other criminals out here on the street who don't have his money. But because he has money, it all of a sudden makes him better than the other average criminals? No, he's just a fucking criminal that just happens to have money. That's it. Y'all keep throwing out there like his money is supposed to make him different. He's nothing but a criminal with money. That is it.
Listen, Jay-Z, and he says in one of his lyrics, I might not be like, say, Busta Rhymes, but when you break down my rhymes, this is what you see. And when we draw back, we see he's very strategic, very conscious. He understands the outside-inside game. He understands that you got to first put pressure on the NFL, which is what he did. Tell them we're in stadiums too. We don't need them. I'm not going to come to the Super Bowl. And then when they listen, people don't give him credit for, okay, the reason they...
And I'll tell you right now, that was a mistake on the NFL. Sports in general, this is the lesson I'm getting from what happened, from what they're talking about right now. Sports in general has gotten way too big for its britches. They have Jerry Jones, piece of shit, Robert Kraft, all of them, the Redskins owner, Snyder, whatever, all of them have let their money go to their heads because now they could be hijacked. That's the reason why Kaepernick got another fucking tryout and everything, workout, whatever you want to call it, is because they're being hijacked by the money. They let themselves grow too big that they can now be threatened by that very money that they loved so much. Now, even if I were to finish these books that I'm writing and make it rich off of these books, even if I were to win the lottery, whatever, I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. I'm not going to turn around and go, oh, hey, I've got all this money, so I'm just going to be just like these 1%ers. No, I'm still going to be me. I'm not going to be like fucking Will Smith or Jay-Z or any of these other people that think they're all that because they got money all of a sudden, which I could have done. It was my choice to say yes or no, to be adopted by my Uncle Jerry, who is a multimillionaire. It was my choice. And what did I do? Stayed right where I was. They tried because they can't have kids. They couldn't have kids. So I don't know if they're still married. I don't even know if my uncle is even still alive because I don't really keep contact with my family anyway. But it was my choice. The whole time that summer that we were with them, they did their best to try and show off their money like it was supposed to mean something to me. Thing is, I didn't even know I had uncles before that summer. I didn't even know anybody on my dad's side of the family. I didn't know anybody was alive. I didn't know he had brothers. My dad was a complete ass. So here I come from an abusive, dad, abusive family, piece of shit who made money but didn't support us at all. My dad was a complete piece of shit. And coming across these uncles, one of whom happened to be rich, and them showing off their money like it was supposed to mean something, I was unimpressed because I was growing up around rich and knowing famous people because of my parents, because of where they worked and who they associated with and everything else. So I grew up around rich people. So why would I be impressed by money? Why would I be impressed by it being offered to me, by it being like thrown in my face like it was supposed to impress me? I had friends that still say, Mark, you were never a kid. You were always like the adult. I was a kid. I played hide and go seek. I did all the shit the kids did, but I spent most of my time learning from the adults, learning arts, learning crafts, learning how to work on cars, I spent most of my time around adults learning things. So I wasn't that kid that would be, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I was never that person. I could have been adopted by my aunt and uncle and been rich and turned it down. So for those of y'all, well, you've never had money. Motherfuckers, I've had money and still wasn't impressed by it still wasn't brainwashed or controlled by it. That's not me. I could not be that person. I saw that in those people. I saw that in my aunt and uncle. This Cadillac, this brand new Cadillac that they had, that it was her car. And it had this, it was the latest thing at the time, this latch that, you know, I guess it was brand new, like brand new to that line, like the top Cadillac. And it had this latch on the trunk that all you had to do was just like close the trunk, and then the latch would grab the thing and pull the trunk down. And I was like, I'm just curious, why can't you just close the trunk like a normal person? I mean, you've already closed it that to where it's that much and everything, to where the thing comes up and grabs it and pulls it down just that much. You're telling me you can't close it all that by yourself? And she tried to explain it to me like through the sense of her money, you know, having the money to buy something like that. And all it made me see in her, and of course my uncle, somebody spoiled. That's all I saw from that. I wasn't impressed by money. I just saw a waste of money. It's like, you're telling me that you can't close the trunk. Because she gave some bullshit excuse of how it like damages the trunk or wear and tear on the trunk, or some stupid excuse that she gave. And I'm like, I've already worked on cars, old classic cars, and none of them have had any misalignment or, you know, like, as I said, she was talking to somebody even at the age I was, what, 13 at that time? She was already talking to me like, I mean, I'm sorry. I already had an intelligence for somebody who was 13. I was already working on shit, doing shit, learning shit, studying shit. And she's sitting here trying to tell me something that made no sense to me. All because of her money. She bought something and that added features that were stupid, just dumb. All because she had money. So I am not impressed by someone who has money. I'm not going to consider Jay-Z some important person just because he has money. Because of it doesn't even matter how he would have gotten it. Inherited it, made money off of creating Apple or something like that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I have met some of the richest people in the world, some of the most famous people, and have never been impressed by them, because you're just a normal person. You just happen to invent something. You just happen to create something. You just happen to provide a service. You just happen to be good at basketball. You just have never been impressed by any of that. What I'm impressed by is the character of the person. If you're going to throw out your money and all this other bullshit, then obviously I'm just going to consider you a shallow piece of shit, and I'm just going to walk away. You're not impressing me at all. So Jay-Z or any of you fucking people out there, you know, thinking that you would ever confront me and like you're going to influence me or something. You know, no, I'm influenced by people who have intelligence, who have wisdom, who have everyday know-how. Those are people that I've been impressed by. People who have been in war, people who have survived and overcome, you know, those life and death situations, who have actually done something with their lives. Being a criminal, rapping about it, and becoming famous from it, and all of a sudden now you're some entrepreneur, I'm not going to be impressed by you. I'm going to go, great for you. You got all this fucking money. It means something to you. Doesn't mean a damn thing to me. Fuck you, move on. Go and talk to the other people who are going to praise you and give a fuck about you. I'm not. You ain't special to me. So I'm going to wrap this up, because all it does is just, he keeps reiterating over and over and over about his money, and he's supposed to be all of that because of his money and shit. That's all they keep throwing out there. Blah, 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 his money. Blah, 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 his money. That's all they're throwing out about fucking Jay-Z. Fuck you, Jay-Z. You're a piece of shit. Like and share, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Yes, I get worked up but that I get passionate about stupid shit. Can't we make videos like feel good videos? You know, can't we find something? Why isn't there a story out there that's supposed to actually really mean something? Hey, they just cured this. Hey, no, these are what's all over the news. This was like literally this dumbass fucking author, whatever. Sorry, author, right? Was on the Today Show. He's all over the place because of this stupid fucking book, praising a damn criminal. He's a piece of shit too. All right, y'all. Peace out.